Hey everyone, it's Carly. I'm back with another Monday review. I'm excited about this one because this is something that I've wanted to test out for a while, and it's the NYX The Brow Glue, and it is a really new product, but I saw this pop up on Ulta probably like a month ago when I'm filming this, and I didn't want to pay for shipping on Ulta. And we tried to get it inside of our Ulta, and they kept telling us that they would have stock and then they'd be out of stock and then they'd have stock and then they'd be out. So it definitely seemed like it's a very hyped up product and people are trying to get their hands on it. And then surprisingly enough, we actually ended up finding it at Target because I was checking Target's website because we place Target orders pretty regularly, and I didn't see it on the website, but then we were inside the store and I thought, oh, I'm just gonna check, and they actually had it. So even though I still, when I'm filming this, do not see it on Target's website, I would definitely recommend checking Target if you're interested in this because they did have it in ours, so that was a happy surprise. It retails for about $8, which I thought was a really good deal when I first heard about this product, but then as you can see, it is such a tiny amount of product. It is 5 grams, and I mean, I have a lipstick here I can show you for reference, but I mean, it is just like a very, very small tube. I mean, it is so tiny. It looks like a sample size from Sephora, which granted you don't need a lot, but that was a bit disappointing because if I'm someone that really like falls in love with this product, I feel like you would go through it pretty quickly, and then it's just not even from a value perspective, but from having to repurchase so much, I feel like they should have packaged this in something larger, but maybe they will in the future. Okay, I'll read a little bit about the claims. So it says, stick it to your brows with NYX Professional Brow Glue. This clear brow styling gel has 16-hour extreme hold. The glue-like gel is non-sticky, transparent, and it dries down to a natural-looking finish. It's quick and easy to apply. Just brush on and style in place to create limitless brow-raising looks that actually stay. It's a vegan formula, which is great, cruelty-free. So yeah, that's basically what it claims. I will insert a clip of the actual wand so you can see closer, but the brush reminds me a lot of like the Glossier brow gel. It's kind of like a short and stubby nylon bristle brush, but these bristles are actually quite spread out, which I'm assuming they had to do to like allow the product in there. I think if they were too close together, I don't know, it might have like, it's quite a thick like viscous formula, so it might have stayed on the outside of the brush instead of like really getting into the brush. That's my prediction. And it's actually even smaller than the Glossier. It's pretty small because, like, you know, tube reference, this reference. It's a really small brush. The formula looks a bit milky, but it doesn't actually leave a white cast once you apply it, which is great. So I can go in to show the clip of me applying it. As you can see, it deposits a lot of product, which is something that I personally do not like. Even though I have a lot of brow hairs, I just find that it really sort of like goops up, and I have to just keep like going back in with the brush to kind of like try to disperse the product through all my brow hairs. But in doing so, I feel like because this brush holds so much product in between all the bristles, I feel like I'm just applying more and more, and then by the time I'm done with my eyebrow, I feel like it's just pretty heavily saturated with the formula. And I don't like that with any brow product, but especially something this viscous, because I find that when I was done applying, and I've been using this product for at least like a week and a half now, I find that when I was done, like now I have it in, it just feels a bit heavy, like I can just feel it on my face, which if you guys watch any of our videos, you know that I personally cannot stand when I can feel any sort of makeup on my face. Like, it's a reason I don't really wear like typical foundation anymore. Like, I just like love like tinted moisturizers and like really light bases because I just can't stand how product feels. So that's definitely a no for me on the fact that I can feel it after I apply it. And then even though I like the end look, I feel like throughout the day, because it's like so heavy, my brows just sort of like eventually fall and they don't stay in place. Like, it says 16-hour hold, and I feel like for me personally, just with how much product goes onto my brows, they become a bit heavy and weighed down, so they don't actually stay in place all day. Another reason that I'm not a huge fan of this product is because when I go to brush my hairs, I feel like it's such a viscous and I think sticky formula in my opinion that it's kind of like those mascaras that you apply and they're a bit sticky and you find like your hairs keep sticking together and the brush just isn't doing a good job of separating, and then you end up with this look where like all your hairs are stuck together, and sure, it may look really defined, but it's not separating at all. I feel like that's what this is for your brows. Like my hairs kept sticking together. So then it almost looks like when I'm done that I have more like sparse areas in my brow hairs than I actually do. Like it made me want to go back in with like a brow pencil or some sort of pigment because I felt like it looked like I was missing hairs in certain areas because my hairs were sticking together. And when I would go in with like a normal spoolie that I have to try to like separate them, the formula again is just so like thick and a bit sticky that it just wasn't really working. It just kind of like moved around the product, but I wasn't able to take away any that I had applied. So overall, I also feel like this is a very tough formula to work with. I feel like they say it's super easy because it's like that laminated brow look in a tube, which I love the concept. That's why I wanted to buy it. I love the Patrick Ta Brow Wax. That's my everyday brow product. But you know, it is a two-step process. You have to spray the product and then take your spoolie and, you know, rub it in the product and then apply it. So I thought like, oh, this is so easy if I can get like that laminated brow look with just a brow gel. That's so quick. But I actually find that it's been more work to try to like make this work for me than I wanted it to be. I also know a lot of people have been really into that glue trend where you buy like a hair gel and you use like a spoolie and apply it. And I haven't tried that, but I find that maybe this is like a really similar product. So if you're really into those, maybe this is worth a shot so you can kind of see if this is like an easier method than using like a brush and a hair gel to get that effect. But yeah, for me, this was a miss, and I'm really bummed because I was really excited about it, but I wanted to give you guys my honest feedback because I think that this product is probably going to gain some popularity because it is really innovative, and like I will say, I'm really happy to see such like an innovative product in the drugstore that everyone can like afford and go and get. Like I said, we found it at Target, so it's really accessible. But yeah, it didn't work for me, but if you guys have tried it, definitely let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts if you could make it work, or if you agreed with me, I'd just love to hear.